Hello everyone, good morning. I welcome you all to the lecture of class 6 science. So till now we have completed this activity number 2, right? We have completed the activity number 2 in which we have seen the changes in the color of the stem and leaf. So now moving further to activity number 3, we have done and I have given some homework. I hope you have all did it. Okay, so let's see activity number 3. Put a leaf under a white sheet of paper or a sheet in your notebook. Hold it in a place as shown in figure 7.9. Hold your pencil tip sideways and rub it up on the portion of the paper having the leaf below it. Did you get an impression with some lines in it? Yes. Are they similar to those on the leaf? Yeah, very much similar to those actually on the leaf. So these lines on the leaves are called veins. Okay, so all the lines you can see in the impression on the paper, okay, are called veins. Do you see a prominent line in the middle of the leaf? Yes, if you have done this activity in your homework, you will see a middle line in the leaf. Okay, this is called the midrib. Okay, this is called midrib. So there are two things we have learned: vines or veins and midribs. The design made by veins in a leaf is called the leaf venation. Okay, the design made by the veins in the leaf is called leaf venation. If this design is net-like on the both side of midrib, okay, on the left hand side, okay, first consider the midrib as the center portion, and then on the left side and on the right side both are the same, okay, the pattern is same, then the venation is called reticulate. What? Reticulate. Okay, here you can see in figure 7.10a. You can see here, this is our midrib, right? And the patterns on the right hand side and left hand side. Okay, you can see the pattern is symmetry about this line. Okay, so that is called reticulate. In the leaves of grass, you might have been seen that veins are parallel to one another. This is called parallel venation. Okay, here you can see this is the, for example, this is the midrib of the leaf. Then the veins will be somewhat parallel like this, right? So this is called parallel venation. Observe the venation in as many as leaf as you can without removing them from the plant. So here one small activity is given to you. Go around you, find some plants and see which type of venation. Either it is reticulate or parallel. Okay, see and observe the venation lines or veins. Draw the pattern and write names of some plants having reticulate and parallel venation. You can do this in your homework if you wish. Shall we now find out some of the function of leaf? So now let's see why leaf is needed in the plant. Why direct fruit is not coming? Why we can't only grow fruit? Why we need leaf? So in the activity number 4, we will see what is the need, what are the functions of the leaf. So activity number 4, we will require a hub. Okay, hub, you know that, what is that? Okay, two transparent polythene bags and thread. So you need three things: hubs, two transparent polythene bags and a thread. Do this activity during daytime on the sunny day. So nearly around 10 to 11 o'clock at morning you have to do this activity. Use a healthy, well-watered plant that has been growing in the sun. Enclose a leaf branch of the plant in a polythene cover and tie it up its mouth as shown in figure 7.11. So here you can see that what we have to do, we have to search for a plant which is properly watered and growing under sunlight. Then take the polythene bag and tie up like this as shown in figure. After a few hours, observe the inner surface of the cover. What do you see? We will see vapor on the plastic, right? If you will do this activity, you will see vapor on the plastic bag. Are there any droplets of water? Yes. How do you think they got there? Don't forget to remove the polythene bag after the activity. Okay. So, how do you think they got there? What is the reason we get that droplet there? So, let's see. Water comes out of leaves in the form of vapor by a process called transpiration. So, here we got a definition of transpiration, right? Water come out of the leaf in the form of vapor by a process called transpiration. Plants release a lot of water into the air through this process. Okay, what do plants do? Plant release lots of water into the air through this process. We will learn more about this in the chapter number 14. So when chapter number 14 will come, we will study in detail what is transpiration and how it is occur. But for now, you have to just remember the definition of transpiration. Why did we tie a cover around the leaf? Now, understand this. In the process of vaporization or transpiration, the droplets will come on the leaf. Okay, that is for the sure. But due to the sunlight, they will evaporate and we can't see that. But with the help of that plastic bag, we can stop that evaporation due to the sun and we can see the droplet on the plastic bag. Would we have seen the water evaporated if we had not tied a polythene? Okay, this answer I have given just right now. What makes the water appear on the polythene bag? In chapter number 5, we noticed water changing into different form in some of our activity. We have seen that evaporation and all that. Can you think of this and name the process that makes water drops appear on the polythene cover? Okay, so this is the question for you for today's lecture. You have to go through the chapter number 5 and find the answer of the given question. What you have to do? Which answer you have to give? We noticed water changing into different form in some of our activity. Can you think of this process and name the process that makes water drops appear on the polythene cover? So I hope you all will try to find this answer. I will give the answer in the next lecture, and from the next lecture we will start from activity number 5. Thank you.